Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us. K&A Custom Crafts on Facebook.
Hello, good people, and if you want to see a man die slow, you're watching the right program. So yeah, I'm back. I'm not fully back, but I'm back here on the Entertainment Hour. Everyone, held down last week. It was awesome to watch that today. Shout out to Tim Fielder for coming through, and of course Randy and Chris holding it down. Of course, tonight we have a special guest on our program tonight. But first, let's introduce everyone. Randy, the Dragon Viper, how are you this evening?
I'm doing good, enjoying my night, and getting ready to do the show.
That's right. Crispy Bacon, the one that runs everything from behind the scenes. He's in front of your camera. How are you?
Doing good. First week of January's almost in the books, but not too bad.
All right. Now we got Brandon here, nicknamed Big B. He's got a special view or special review of a movie coming out. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good. Glad I can join. Just got done playing some cards with the family, so put a butt licking on them, and then thought I'd come out and talk some entertainment stuff.
All right. First, we'll have Chris go through all of the programs. I know for sure here on the Entertainment Hour. But then there's Morning Tailgate on Sunday, and then after that, Chris, enlighten us, please.
Yeah. Monday is going to be. We're going to say the return of Four Bros, maybe something else, but Four Bros will be coming back Monday. Then you have Between the Ropes on Tuesday, Sports Minute on Wednesday, Kicking It on Thursday. You also have Callan's podcast.
Front row?
Row.
Press row.
I think it was Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I can't remember the days, but usually 3 days a week. And then, of course, Entertainment Hour on Friday, and maybe Four Bros on Friday. So just stick around.
Yeah, so make sure you follow, like, subscribe. Oh.
And you got Rankum.
And yeah, there you go.
I'm going by memory here.
That's one thing I guess we'll have to put up, especially when you bring Roundtable back here, is bring a schedule, like every day, of what shows are going to be.
And we're bringing back the Immaculate Grid, I think, on Monday, too. So.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that, too. Yesterday was tough. I mean, we did that off air, but I couldn't focus as much. I had so much going on in my head, and it was Thursday night. So, before we get to Big B's review, though, of the Iron Claw, that movie with with Zac Efron among others, I just want to give my answers because I worked hard as hell on that script. And somebody was like, "No, you can't go on the air. You're gonna probably die if you try to talk and do something." As we have Christy Wilson coming in, so the more the merrier.
Hello.
How are you tonight?
I'm good. Just got done watching SmackDown, which explains the Liv Morgan shirt, but ready to talk entertainment. So here we go.
I felt like the last week somebody smacked me every day of the week. Nevertheless, I'm here. So you guys mentioned what were your plans for, entertainment for New Year's Eve, New Year's Eve, and when the ball dropped, I didn't even care. I was just stuck in bed, It went by, and I think I was watching something on YouTube, so
Hmm.
I didn't even have no champagne, no beer, nothing on ice. I had water, bottled water, and that was pretty much it. I didn't even notice it until I heard a bunch of fireworks go off, and illegal fireworks here in Southern California go off. And that's pretty much it. I didn't even notice it until then. I said, oh, it must be close to midnight, and then boom, 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 boom. Excuse me, Dragon Viper had a great topic for last week's program to round out 2023, the folks that we lost. And, you know, it could be celebrities of all kind, actors, actresses, musical people, sports and entertainment people. Well, my top 10, Tina Turner, she was amazing. I mean, she had a bunch of hits with or without
yeah.
Ike. I just really was kind of shocked by that. I knew how old she was, but it always seemed like she was lively. I mean, her concerts were still going well.
She was electric. She was just, I don't know how to describe it. She just had this energy, this enthusiasm. It was contagious.
Yeah,
And she could sing
yeah.
like nobody else.
I'm trying to think. Maybe the best is probably my favorite of one of hers, but she has so many other ones.
What's
you know,
Love got to do with it? That's
Mhm.
that's a classic right there.
There's one with Mel Gibson. I want to say
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the Last Action Hero from the
No.
movie. It's We Don't Need
No.
Another Hero.
Yeah, it's from the movie Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
And I never saw it. I know there was a remake
I
of
did.
that movie.
Yeah, it was called Mad Max Fury. It was called Mad Max Fury Road.
So another one, if you're ever at like a Chili's or Applebee's and it's happy hour and you're feeling the vibe of the place, you hope that somebody plays Jimmy Buffett in Margaritaville. So when he passed, I played that song right away that afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry Springer. Obviously,
Jerry.
I didn't know much about, his mayoral backside of his life, but I think it was mayor of Cincinnati or somewhere in Ohio.
Yeah,
Yep,
Cincinnati.
And
Cincinnati.
I didn't even know that. I just know him from, bringing out, somebody's cousins, aunts or uncles or little people.
And the fights that would break out on stage. Oh God.
Wasn't he
Yeah,
a
but
news anchor too?
I think,
A mayor and a news anchor?
I want to say, yeah.
I think he was. I read that he was.
So there was a lot I found out about him, and I feel so, guilty of just saying, oh, well, I just know him from, rednecks fighting. That's all I know. But there's more to him, and I'm glad that I got to know him.
Yeah.
Susan Summers, of course, from
Three's Company too.
Three's Company, Step by Step. I can't remember her
saw
from
that.
anybody else, but she was everybody's, mom crush, I guess, back in the early 90s there. Late 90s, too.
She was every teenage boy's crush in the late 70s, early 80s with Three's Company.
I can see that.
Oh, yeah.
Andrew Broder, I know we talked about him on
Mhm.
Entertainment Hour, I think maybe a couple of episodes before. I didn't see Brooklyn 19 or whatever it's called.
Brooklyn 911, I think. I don't remember.
Yeah, I forgot. But I've never watched it, but I know he was a lieutenant or something on there, or captain. But I knew him from Homicide: Life on the Street. Me and my mom would watch that all the time before I went to sleep. And it was just like, I could tell him and all the other cast members was really great. Richard Mole, I totally forgot about. He, of course, was the bailiff on Night Court.
Yes, he was.
I know he's on Married with Children. I think he was like an agent's bodyguard or something. It was one of the late season episodes of that. So I remember him from that. Richard Roundtree, I believe he played the original Shaft. And he was also in an episode of The Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Where he's the father of one of the women at the golf course or the country club. So Will Smith had to play, bougie and all that. He was Kip Smithers, and I just remember the father Roundtree trying to, get him away from his daughter and all that. So that was good. Dick Butkus, I can't remember any of the TV shows. I remember though his NFL career for sure.
Of course.
I know he did a bunch of commercials, among other things.
He did.
Bob Barker, of course, with Price is Right.
On down.
I always will remember him for that.
And remember to spay and neuter your pet. PSA announcement at the end of every episode of Price is Right. Drew Carey keeps it going.
And what I heard, the microphone wasn't even plugged in. The long one. I hope that's a lie.
The long, skinny. No, I think it's a lie. I think it was plugged in.
Yeah, I hope.
He was literally dragging the cord behind him every time any contestant would go to like the doors or the turntable or wherever the next prize was going to be.
Yep. So being like sick like this and just being home, I remember all those days where either I was on vacation or I was sick as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So I would watch that and whatever else. Johnny Hardwick. Now, I don't know him from anything else, but I remember him on King of the Hill, my favorite animation show.
Mm-hmm.
And he would mostly play Del Gribble.
Yeah.
So that's one of my favorite characters of all time, Pocket Sand, among other things he would say. So that one hit hard because I was expecting him to be on the reboot of the new King of the Hill. But we'll see. We'll see how they integrate him in that. They honor him, Brittany Murphy, Tom Petty.
Yeah.
We'll see how they integrate those the characters that we lost. Paul Rubens, of course, Pee Wee Herman. I saw the shows on the Rebound, but I mostly remember Big Adventure. His movie where he went to the Alamo, the basement of the Alamo.
Yeah. He was looking for a stolen bike.
That's it. I haven't seen that in so long. I've meant to watch it, but I haven't since. Tony Bennett, the famed singer from a while back. I Left My Heart in San Francisco, among others. Yep. Jim Brown, great running back, and then he left his NFL career early to become actor and activist. Most notably, I can remember him from I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. It's a movie I think in '86 or '88 where he kind of helps everybody in that movie. Bobby Caldwell, the singer, What You Won't Do for Love. Always remember that song. It's in a lot of commercials even now. And the last one, Cindy Williams. Now this one hit hard and I forgot all about it because that's Shirley from Laverne and Shirley. And I keep watching that, trying to watch it on the app, but it keeps doing weird stuff. So I think I'm like 3 seasons in, and I like to think that she's up there with Laverne. They have an apartment somewhere in Milwaukee Heaven, and Lenny Squiggy aren't there yet, but
they will be.
Yeah, eventually, but it just shows you so many people that we've missed or we lost in the year. And Brandon, I'll get to you. So, who do you remember that we lost in 2023?
Well, there's 3, and I'm guessing Dragon Viper covered it last week, because me and him and Chrissy are all wrestling fans. I mean, we lost the Iron Sheik. We lost within 2 days, back-to-back days. We lost hardcore legend Terry Funk. We also lost an up-and-comer who had probably going to be in the Hall of Fame this year, Bray Wyatt. And then I was just scrolling through. I did not know Sinead O'Connor passed away.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I did. I
must have missed it or something. Did not know, but
it's.
But James, you talk about the one that you're going to remember and hit. The Bray Wyatt one's going to be the big one. I think I'll remember for 23 because I was watching. Everybody was posting stuff, and I saw where Booker T was doing his podcast show, and his co-host was like, "Oh wait, man, I don't know if I should report this or not, but it's coming from a reliable source." And they announced it right there, and Booker T just
Ooh.
like
Yeah.
lost for words.
He was.
So was
yeah.
Alan.
So yeah, it was. I mean, I was lost for words. My son was. I know the rest of the community was too. But
Yep.
to see somebody that close even lost for words kind of gets to.
Mhm.
So. But yeah,
Crazy.
that left.
One thing I don't know much wrestling, of course, but
Yeah.
I've seen the Iron Sheik. Not seen him, but I heard him yell on the Howard Stern show one time where the little dude, Beetlejuice, and him had a little fight going on. So I could tell Iron Sheik was loved by a lot of people just by
He
his
was.
by his words.
Yep.
By his antics. Chrissy, do you have anybody you'll remember that we lost in 2023?
Yeah. Lisa Marie Presley died in
Oh,
January.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember I was, doing like prayer emojis on social media thinking, believe in the power of prayer and everything. And when she passed away, I don't know why, but I just kept going back to all three of her records, three of her albums, and just playing some of her songs, and even finding maybe one or two that I really liked that I played on repeat. So
That's
Yeah,
coming up too, ain't it?
she's definitely,
That one's coming up too, ain't it?
What is? Oh, anniversary.
Lisa?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
1 year anniversary of her death.
So
There's just a lot of drama happened after she died involving her mother and
Yeah.
daughter.
Yeah.
That
that's
was,
right.
yeah.
I forgot all about it, and then I heard about the drama. I remember that. Okay,
Yeah.
so my list of the top 10 favorite party movies, and I loved how there wasn't a distinction. I didn't put that on there, but I was mentioning, or in the last show, I know Randy was saying, "Oh yeah, it doesn't have to have party in it, and it could just have a scene
Yeah.
that you'll remember in the movie." So House Party 1, 2, and 3, and I was so shocked Chris knew of 1. But I hated 4. It just had nobody I liked in it or knew. But 1, 2, and 3, especially number 1, was really good with Kid and Play. Another Kid and Play one with Class Act. There's a big house party that goes on there. Can Hardly Wait. I remember Jennifer Love Hewitt. Someone mentioned earlier, Chrissy mentioned about Summer Sanders being like the crush of like every teenage boy in the late 70s.
Oh, yes.
Jennifer Love Hewitt, I could say, was that, in the late 90s. I also remember her in House Arrest. I really love that movie. I got to go find it somewhere on the app. But that was a whole party because they locked their parents basically in the basement.
Yeah.
So that might be a whole party movie. So Project X, I can't remember if I watched it all, but that movie is just crazy. I mean, a car ends up in the pool. Just crazy amount of things happen at this one house party that just goes wild. Superbad was another one.
I saw
I can always remember how awkward the main characters are.
that.
How the police kind of let him go and join him or whatever.
McLovin!
Animal House, and thank you to my aunt for mentioning this movie, or else I would never heard of it. That movie was just crazy as well when it came to parties. Revenger of the Nerds as well. I can remember that.
Oh, I remember that movie. Yeah.
I remember that one.
And the rival or the football people coming over, and then the African American group comes over and stops the rally. I love that scene the most, where the guy comes in and all he has to do is point, and everybody just stops.
What movie?
Revenge of the Nerds 1.
Yeah.
The first one.
And then The Hangover, of course. It's just a party movie. And then technically Adventures in Babysitting, there's a part in there where they just end up at this house party and this band is
Yeah.
playing, and that's
Mhm.
where Elizabeth Shue's character meets this one guy, and
Yeah, I
gives him
remember
money to go get the car out of the garage.
I remember that one, and the one of the kids was a huge fan of the
Thor.
Marvel Comics character Thor, yeah, and mistook
little
the
girl.
auto, yeah, she mistook the auto mechanic for Thor because he kind of looked like him.
That's right. I have to go
That's
watch
the
that
one.
as well.
Yeah,
I
I love
love
the
that
beginning part of the
movie.
movie where Elizabeth Shue's character is singing, and then he kissed me
Yeah.
in her bedroom. That was fun.
All right, so we'll move on. That's enough of me. So YouTube is always a big deal around entertainment now. I think people have, well, me, I had like 900 and something watch later videos. I cut it down to about 790 this whole week, but I keep adding videos.
Right.
But I think everybody has their favorite YouTube videos or their favorite channels or their favorite just people they follow, whether it's someone giving a tutorial about something or, vlogging or doing something for entertainment. So my question is to everyone, what are some of your favorite videos that you've ever seen or people? I'll start with Crispy Bacon. Is there anybody on YouTube or any videos that stand out to you forever?
None that really stand out to me right now. But I follow like different sports channels, local radio station here. They do their radio show, kind of a live stream on YouTube, so I watch that. Other than that, like funny viral moments or stuff like that, I don't really have anything.
Yeah, it goes all around. You mentioned the radio show, so I've been able to watch and listen to like the Pat McAfee show whenever they go off at ESPN. They they stay on YouTube. So luckily,
Yeah,
I've been
because that's
watching
where
it.
that's where McAfee can actually get away with a little bit more than he can on ESPN.
And that's what I like.
His whole show airs on YouTube from start to finish.
Yep.
Right. That,
all the way.
luckily, I think I caught up.
Unedited and a lot of swearing.
Yeah, and I don't mind that.
I don't either.
Dragon Viper, what's some of your favorite YouTube videos or channels or people on there?
I don't watch. I mean, mostly what I do is I watch YouTube for the music videos. There are a few that I do pay attention to. I mean, I just go on there, random, WWF or WWE moments. And of course, I watch little shows like Charlie the Unicorn or Llamas with Hats because I think they're funny. And then there's First Amendment Auditor. I actually watch, and his channel is Accountability for All. And every once in a while, I'll catch in on what he's talking about. First Amendment rights. I'm not going to get fully into it, but I watch that too. So I don't really watch much when it comes to actual shows on YouTube, but there are a few.
The algorithm for me lately, it's been taking me to more of Stone Cold Steve Austin material. I watched one video. I watched one video, then all of a sudden it's like, hey, watch this and watch that.
Keep going and going and going and going.
So later today there's going to be something, or tonight probably.
Yeah.
So I saw the one where he gets on his ATV for the first time and he drives down to the ring and he's chasing Theodore Jones around, or whoever that general manager was.
I don't know that one.
Teddy Long, yeah.
Teddy Long.
You're gonna go up against the Undertaker.
He's just chasing him around on the ATV. He ends up in the ring or something. And there was also another one I saw on YouTube where Teddy Long, I think he's marrying someone. They have a wedding in the ring or what I think it is. And Jagged Edge, this R&B group, is singing. I just found it amazing in this wrestling arena. they have a R&B wedding going on. So I'll go down the rabbit hole for YouTube, definitely, especially for sports, definitely. Who's here? Big B. Is there anything on YouTube that you like on YouTube?
Oh, yeah, there's a lot. I mean, I guess I've been getting into I want to say it's down at a zoo. I don't know exactly where, but they have these mimes that come out and mess with the crowd a little bit to get them hyped up, and I'll watch those a little bit. And then there's some like how-to videos, but not really like the ones around the house, but it's like they'll take pieces of old logs or something and turn them into a coffee table or do the epoxy and stuff and just make cool stuff out of there. And it's like, God, I wish I had the time and the space to kind of do some of this stuff that looks cool. I mean, outside that, I mean, there's always good pet videos I come across and watch, spooking your cat.
Yeah.
And then of course, come across a C2C video, the court jester of C2C. I mean, we always gotta watch those, but
we definitely gotta watch the ones involving us roasting the what out of Isaiah. Definitely.
And then especially going back and watching some old clips of TV shows I used to watch and wrestling and stuff like that. So I mean, and like you said, James, you watch one, then hey, you might like this clip, so you go watch that. Then it might, here's another clip you might like. You might like this.
It's a vicious cycle.
Yeah, or even those I guess daredevils, but people that'll try to jump off of buildings high up or do different
crazy
stunts. Yeah, I don't know how they do it, and I watch them, and I pray for the safety every time. But and then definitely you got the Karen videos, people that
definitely the Karen videos. Those
to
are
me, some of them seem set up.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how
it feels like it sometimes,
but they're still good. So.
All right, Chrissy, same question. What do you like seeing on YouTube? Do you have favorite people or favorite vlog people?
Oh, I just watch like some favorite music videos. I might watch an occasional makeup tutorial every once in a while, depending on who's doing it, because I'm very particular about who I like. And I'll watch football videos, wrestling videos. Come across a cute cat one every once in a while. So you gotta have that.
The best ones, and I haven't seen them in a while. I used to watch during football season was the lip sync videos.
I love those.
Oh my
those
God!
Are crazy.
Oh yeah,
there's a good one.
Funny.
There's a good one with Adrian Peterson starting. And they're like, "Well, what do you feed your mom? What you eat today or something?" I ate circus peanuts or something. And, those are great. And,
those are good.
Those are the bad lip reading videos.
Bad lip reading ones, yes.
Bad lip reading ones. Those are good.
Those usually come at the end of the seasons.
Yeah,
from what I remember.
You'll see him. You'll see him come over. You'll see him come over and he's like, "Hey, I had a dream last night. What was it? I don't remember."
I have so many, as I mentioned, so many people I follow. It's either like couples, doing, pranks on one another, or
videos are good sometimes.
Yeah, I also love back in the day the prank calls, and they don't do it as much anymore. But I still have my favorite.
Had the cops called on him or something.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. But I've had my favorite from more than 10 years ago that sometimes I'll try to find, or maybe I'll find them and go back, and I'll still have the same laughter reaction.
Yeah.
Some of them, of course, aren't as appropriate, but especially now. But it's just you got to find the right people to. Tag along with you on the phone, and you'll get entertainment off of that. That's my maturity state. But Big B, go ahead.
It's like I would every once in a while go back on YouTube and I would watch the John Cena prank call.
Oh, those are good.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, there's a good one on there.
Every time.
I think I've seen that one. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the best one I saw where the lady was answering. She was just getting furious. And she's like, "We're never watching wrestling again. It's never going to be in this house. Please stop calling." And then finally the DJ calls and she picks up. She's like, "If you even say anything," and he's like, "Oh no, it's a prank phone call from so and so through your husband." And yeah, now I gotta go find that one.
She was fuming. She's so pissed off.
I can remember one real quick. It was the Mr. T prank calls, and they're basically all from I think the A Team, quotes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It would always be one where they would call a pizza shop. It's like, "Hey, I need a pizza for the second half," or "Give me back my van." They would always ask him, how would you like to pay, and they would never get a straight answer. No. It would always just be half pepperoni and half sausage, and the person at Tuck or Pizza Hut would get so pissed. Anyway, we can go down a rabbit hole of YouTube pretty much any day. But Big B, let's get to your movie review of the. Give me that name. The Iron
Claw.
Iron Claw. I keep saying Iron Cheek in my head.
So a couple weeks ago, me and my son, I think it was a couple days after Christmas, I think it was
26th.
Yeah. So 26th, as my son just told me. We went and saw the Iron Claw, which if you are wrestling fans, you know it's about Von Erich. It was good. I liked it. I definitely recommend go seeing it. To me, it was a little bit different. It was a little more darker. It kind of focused on the bad side of the Von Erich's curse, as they call it.
Yeah.
They didn't really do too much with the rivalries with the Freebirds, Flair, stuff like that. It was, I mean, they did a little bit, but I thought for sure they would have done more of the wrestling side of things and then kind of go into the tragedies and stuff. It definitely would be nice to sit down with Kevin because he's the only one alive still and actually find out how true it was that. But definitely the cast, Efron played amazing. There's another guy, I want to get his name right. Jeremy Allen White.
Yep.
Killed it as, and not pun intended on that.
No.
Kerry Von Erich, he looked just like a young Kerry Von Erich. Zac Efron, dude's ripped. He looked like Kevin. MJF, another wrestler, was supposed to be in there, but they cut his parts out. There was some other.
Oh man!
Wow. There was some other indie
wrestlers.
Yeah, he only had a couple parts in there though. So, can't wait to see the uncut version come out on Amazon or something, and
or Max, something like that.
Yeah, director's cut or something. But everybody they put in there. Chavo Guerrero, I was in there for a little bit as the Iron Sheik. Aaron Dean, I don't know his last name, played Ric Flair. No, it was a good movie. Definitely, if you're wrestling fans, go out and do it. There is strong rumors, that Eddie Guerrero's story is going to be told through A24, I think is the company that made the movie. So
Chavo, they also made the
Chavo came out on social media the last couple of days, said he's been approached to do an Eddie Guerrero story, so that'll be interesting. I really hope if they keep it going, I really hope they keep doing these semi-biographies or true stories, inspired movies with the wrestlers, because it would kind of be nice to see the behind-the-scenes stuff on the life. I know there's some TV shows that do it, but definitely go out and see it or wait for it to come out on streaming. But yeah, definitely a good movie. I give it a nice solid A.
All right.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
So
I'll definitely check it out when it comes out on a streaming service. If it's not Netflix, I'm out because I don't have a Netflix account.
Yeah. So since we, normally the people here, we always talk about now the previewing or recapping of a movie or a series we watched.
Right?
I'll start with Randy. What's something you've seen lately, or something that you want to see that you can get into?
Actually, I went retro again. I've been doing that a lot lately.
You are
Um,
retro.
What?
Nothing, Viper.
Yeah,
We
I
love
thought
you.
so. I thought so. No, I actually rewatched Pure Country.
Ooh,
Um,
George Strait.
yeah, with George Strait.
Okay.
and- yeah, from '92, and I really could watch that movie anytime. Probably several times a day even. So I did end up watching that, and watched it as a kid with my mom, and to this day I'm still watching it. So yeah, pretty good movie.
That's something I've never heard of, but I would kind of actually be interested maybe in it. You know, I don't know if it reminds me of it, but what's that one with Sally Field? And she starts to date that one older cowboy dude.
Oh wait! I'm trying to think.
It kind of
Murphy's
reminds me of that
Romance?
one. Probably it's that one. That's
Yeah,
one.
she owned a little ranch and she was started
Yeah.
dating a storekeeper. Yeah,
But
that's
what I was going to add on with that movie though is just that it's about George Strait getting burned out, being on the road, and finds his roots, and goes home and figures out who he really is again, and then falls for a local woman, and yeah, so great movie. If you haven't seen it, watch it.
Yeah, I just looked it up now. Hopefully, I'll get into it sometime.
I've seen it.
Oh, Crispy Bacon. What's something you've seen or that you want to see?
Haven't seen much this week. Can't think of anything after that I want to see.
Well, I know he wants to go back to '95 and watch the Dallas Cowboys win the Super Bowl.
I think
Damn
me
it.
and him both do.
Well, okay.
We can hope and dream.
Oh, I brought out. Here we go. There's the bear.
It's time. Chrissy Wilson, what's something that you wanted to see or that you've seen lately that you could tell us about?
I haven't seen anything lately, but I know maybe like a month or two ago I watched this old classic movie called Cat on a Hot Tin Roof with Paul Newman and Elizabeth Taylor. So good. And about a couple coming back to his family's home. His father's going to die. And it's kind of a battle between whether Paul Newman's character or his brother are going to inherit the estate and everything. You have to really watch it to really kind of get what it's all about.
So I also went back too. Now you guys were saying that Dragon Viper was what was it, classical or
Retro?
retro? I went back, I think last Tuesday. I forget when it was. A couple of weeks ago, I actually watched a Breakfast at Tiffany's. It's actually one of my favorite movies.
I've never seen it.
I've seen
Basically,
it a little bit.
Audrey Hepburn is I don't know what she is, but she's kind of a hustler, or not really a sex worker, even though people are trying to make her like that. But you can kind of see it in a way. But she meets this writer that lives in the same building in New York, and they go out and be friends. And then finally, she puts her, walls down, and they become lovers. They have, or she has a cat named Cat.
Oh, geez.
Whatever.
Yeah.
That's as easy as it can get. But it's all based on places they go. Tiffany's, of course, the big brand store. But it's a good love story. It's just something that makes you think. It's like maybe you should be with that person, but but they have to get rid of their insecurities first.
Yeah.
It's really a good movie to me. All right, so another fun thing I like to do, another topic is a music album of the week. I'll start off with Randy on this.
There's a lot of albums I listen to that I could listen to constantly, but I'm gonna say this because we talked about last night about this artist, but Britney Spears.
Yeah.
The album, Baby One More Time. I'm 39 and I'm sitting here saying that I'm still listening to her. So that's a good album. And so that's my album.
That's awesome. Because I remember her as a kid, and just being on the radio all the time, and I was kind of sick of it. But now I appreciate it more nowadays because it just reminds me of those days.
Yeah.
And then the times where I know she went crazy, but it was her parents, controlling things, and how the Free Britney thing is out there.
Yep. And now Britney has talked about it in a memoir called "The Woman in Me."
That's it.
That's the one.
So it was cool to see her kind of come back. I know it was kind of weird around 2008. She had those like videos where it's like, maybe she shouldn't be wearing that, or maybe she shouldn't be, dancing like that. Hopefully she's okay. And now she does those crazy videos on Instagram where she's playing with knives, she's dancing in the circle.
That's just she's said in the captions. Dancing is like her ultimate form of expression.
That's it.
Yeah. So she's kind of ultimately expressing like joy, pain, that sort of thing through dancing.
That's true. All right. So, Chris, what's an album that you remember listening to that you could listen to, or even a song?
Oh man. Britney Spears is one.
The wheels on the bus go round and round.
Oh my god!
There you go. That worked.
There you go. Yikes!
Let's see. NSYNC was one of them.
Yeah.
Backstreet Boys was another, but that's probably what I can remember.
So, Chrissy Wilson, what's the album that you remember listening to, or that's something that you can list that you remember, or you don't have to press fast forward on like a track?
Let's see. I know of one. It's looking up Spotify right here. It's "Don't Be Cruel" by Bobby Brown. This came out when I was like 12. Yeah, this came out when I was like 12 years old, and a lot of the songs are really, really good, especially the title track. My Prerogative is like the big hit off this album, and I could listen to those two songs back to back and not get tired of it.
It's
what people nowadays would this was my jam way back when.
Roni,
I love it.
I didn't realize, all the songs on there. Don't Be Cruel, My Prerogative, Roni, Rock With You, Every Little Step.
Every Little Step was another one.
All those I mentioned, though, are hits.
They are.
They're amazing.
He just came up with a really great album that I personally feel has stood the test of time, and I think it's actually underrated, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. Big B, what's an album that you can listen to or that you remember maybe when you were younger that you don't have to really press fast forward, or you can listen to, you can just put on and listen to?
For me, I mean, it's tough. It all kind of depends on what kind of mood I'm in. But I kind of go back to the R&B stuff. So I mean, if you guys look at my profile page, my wallpaper is Boys II Men. I met them.
Oh yeah.
I can listen to any of their songs, even not the hits. I'll sit there, and even stuff they cover. They got a couple albums out there that I really like that they cover old Motown songs. So yeah, they are just something I listen to. Stuff back in the Jackson 5 era. I'll listen to
Ooh.
Elvis. I mean, so it all just depends on what mood I'm in. But typically when people are in upbeat mood or something, or they get those songs that are upbeat. To me, when I get in that kind of mood where I just want to be, I don't need to be. That's when I turn into the R&B stuff. So I just kind of sit back and just chill. So yeah, Boys II Men for me definitely is something I can listen to non-repeat.
Somewhere I still have like the greatest hits one, and I got that a long time ago. But with YouTube and everything and MP3s, I've been able to get what I wanted. All right, so mine is Outkast's Speaker Box and the Love Below, a dual album back in 03. I think I was a freshman in high school. Back when we had CD players, I'd bring that with me all day, and at lunch I couldn't wait to put that in and shoot around or walk around campus with it. I actually that's one of my favorite albums ever. What's his name? I'm sorry. Big Boy. He had his songs, Ghetto Music, The Way You Move. That's always a good one. Church. There's not as many hits as the other one. But
Andre 3000.
Andre 3000 had so many on this one, and then so many different skits. Love Hater is one song. Happy Valentine's Day. Spread. Prototype. I really like that one. Hey Ya and Roses, of course, are the big songs everybody remembers.
Hey Ya still plays. Shake It Like a Polaroid Picture.
Take Off Your Cool featuring Nora Jones. So those are just songs that I can remember that I really enjoyed. All right, so let's get to some new movies that are streaming at home. Chrissy, I don't know if you have it from our list, but or from our script here, but there's some here. Bitcoin, I know that was a big thing that luckily I never got into.
Oh God.
Lean, MASH, the comedy that changed television. That was actually on Fox, I want to say, on Tuesday, I want to say. That was already on. The Mummy Murders, there's one here. One Night Stay, Good Grief, Mayhem, Men on the Run, Race for Glory, if you like, I think NASCAR here from the 70s.
Right.
So there's not as much because, of the strike.
It really slowed things down.
Holding back, yeah. Leave the World Behind is one with Julia Roberts, among others, that maybe I would take a look at. Killers of the Flower Moon. Maestro, we've been talking about that, where Bradley Cooper is a maestro, whatever they call it. And I'm just shocked because you don't expect him to be in this. But there's all these other ones. So Oppenheimer was a big one, of course.
Obviously.
I'll start with Big B. Is there any ones here that you've watched or that you want to see?
Nothing that jumps out at me. I'll have to look at the description and see, but I know there's one coming up. There's actually two series. I think you're doing movies, but definitely I'm going to catch the last season of Cobra Kai. I hope they really don't end it, but it sounds like they are. But
they probably will.
They're also coming out with, I think Netflix is going to have it, Beverly Hills Cop 4, and I can't wait to see that one.
I saw the trailer for it. I'm just like,
I'm gonna have to go and watch the other three just to kind of get back in the mood of things and kind of see, because that was early 90s.
No, 80s.
Yeah,
80s. The 80s.
But did the
I remember Eddie Murphy shoving the banana in the tailpipe.
Yeah, but anyway, so I mean, you're looking at 25 plus years from the last one, so it'll be interesting to see how they do this. So definitely, those two are definitely going to be ones I'm going to be watching.
I think the first one was 83. That
it was around there.
That makes me think.
That was, I think, the movie that really, I think, put Eddie Murphy on the map as an actor. Besides 48 Hours, that was like his big role.
All right, Randy, is there anything on that list that maybe you would want to stream at home?
I would check out Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't fully into, the whole Bitcoin thing, but from at least reading about it, it seems like something to, try out and watch.
How about you, Chris?
Yeah, the Bitcoin one sounds good. Oppenheimer, I hear a lot about. That seems like a good movie. They had I think it was the creator of that one. He was on his Peloton, and one of the instructors were like, "Yeah, I saw Oppenheimer. It was the worst. I can't remember 2 hours of my life." But
Yeah, that's basically. If the person wanted to watch mindless, numbing entertainment, he could have watched Barbie. Because yes,
Barbie
I
would
won't
be
do it.
terrible. I won't watch it.
That's why I'm not watching it.
Hi, Chrissy. Is there any on that list you would want to stream at home, or something that you would want to stream?
None that I can think of right now. I mean, like I said, I don't have Netflix, so.
All right, so some movies in the theaters. Night Swim. I keep hearing about this one. I forget. Yeah, you can find it in theaters on Vudu, wherever that is. But it's a horror film, PG-13.
Oh boy.
Not really anybody I know, but it involves, of course, a swimming pool. So if you don't like swimming or you're numb to that, don't watch that.
No.
I think Anna Kendrick stars in a Self-Reliance. Well, it's called Self-Reliance, but that should be a fun movie there.
Mm-hmm.
Some Other Woman, He Went That Way. Not much that is out, but of course Wonka, that's been out for a while. That might be on its last leg here. Aquaman, Migration, The Color Purple. Now I heard some stuff on The Color Purple where it's kind of funny, and then they kind of break some barriers when it comes to gay relations. So that movie, it's not like the original.
No,
definitely not like it.
Definitely not like the original, and I watched the original.
Yeah, I haven't, but I can tell there's a big difference.
There is. But
I guess we'll skip over that topic there, just because there's not so many out there. Let's get to a top 5 list. Now, this one was kind of tough, but the top 5 favorite musicals. Now, it could be in the middle of a movie, or it could be the whole damn movie. Could be the musical. Now, for me, I'll start with mine, because mine is pretty simple, and it varies. The Sound of Music is my favorite musical of all time. I could watch that, whenever and wherever, and then the soundtrack, of course, is amazing. The second one is Oklahoma. I mean, that thing is a musical all throughout. I remember watching that when I was young, and there was an intermission in the middle of it, of course, which I never saw before until that time. But that thing just goes on and on and on. What I saw this weekend was Viva Las Vegas with Elvis. He basically is a person that comes to Vegas, and then he loses his money, so he has to work at this resort, and he tries to get with this girl who works at the resort as well. Typical Elvis movie, I guess. Crush Groove was a kind of, I'm behind the scenes kind of movie of fictional record producing. So it had like all the members of Run DMC. I believe the Beastie Boys I don't think were in it, but later on they got famous in there. LL Cool J, Sheila E. So if you like 80s like R&B and hip hop and rap, you can see like Rick Rubin in that, and Blair Underwood try to upstart their music label and try to introduce people to rap and hip hop. in that time, which it wasn't really as well known as it would have become. And then
Mhm.
Purple Rain, I I I really enjoyed that movie, and then all the little concerts in that,
Mhm.
and the relationship he has with different women, and the relationship he has with his dad and his parents. Just
That's
someone
good.
trying to make it. So that's my top five. Randy, I'll go with your top five musicals.
All right. Number 1 is La Bamba.
Oh, duh.
Number 2 is Grease.
Of course.
Duh.
Number 3 is Sister Act.
It's a good one.
Number 4 is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
I love that. Classic.
And number 5 is Bohemian Rhapsody.
That's one I haven't seen yet. That
It's
really
good.
want to. The Elton John one too. Is it Rocket Man?
It's Rocket Man. Yeah.
That's one thing I wanted to see. My honorable mention, and you're mentioning older movies. My Fair Lady. I think that could be considered kind of a musical one. I should have put that in. But La Bamba, yeah, that's definitely a good one. Chris, do you have your favorite top five musicals?
I do.
I'm gonna start.
Oh.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. I'm sorry.
I thought he was asking me. Sorry. And this is just gonna be tough, but I know number 1 definitely for me is Grease. You can't go wrong with Grease.
Where's
Grease is the
Adam?
word.
Where's Ace?
I don't know. Where's Ace?
He likes it. I think he said he really enjoys that movie, like
Yeah.
too much. I heard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Number 1 is Grease. Number 2, Sound of Music. Number 3, this is kind of one. It's called The Music Man. Way back when I saw it when I was a kid. So number 4, Purple Rain. Definitely good. I love that stuff. And number 5, Mary Poppins, because there was a good amount of singing in that one. So
There is.
yeah.
All right, Chris, what's yours?
So when I first saw this, I thought it was pure musical. I had to do some searching around, but I guess one would be Sound of Music.
Mhm.
Seeing in the Rain.
Oh yeah.
La La Land.
Oh, I forgot to. I haven't seen that, but I wanted to. Oh,
Wizard of Oz.
Oh,
And
that one wasn't coming to me when
Grease.
I did my top 5. Crap.
yeah. That sometimes we forget about the better or the most famous ones because
Yes.
we have ones that are more near and dear to us. I think.
Exactly.
Big B, do you have a list of your top 5 musicals, or can you think of any?
No, I do, and I'm just googling some musicals, see if something jumps out at me that I'm forgetting. So after I get, we talk about it. I got some movies they list as musical. I want to see what you guys get. But for me, Grease definitely number 1.
Grease is
Dirty
the word.
Dancing's another one.
Ah!
I'm going to go way back in the time machine here.
Oh God.
2 of my favorite Mickey Mouse original cast members for the Mickey Mouse Club, Back to the Beach.
Oh wait a minute.
Frankie, I can't pronounce his last name.
Avalon.
Yeah, Frankie Avalon and Antoinette Funicello.
Annette Funicello. Yeah, I remember her.
Yep, that was a good one. I know they have it on here, and I don't think it's a musical, but I'm going to throw it in there because I actually do like it. Straight Outta Compton, they list as a musical.
Oh,
Really?
wow. I like that.
And I
movie
would throw
too.
out the original.
Wow.
I would say Footloose, the original one, are going to be my top.
Yeah, not the one that was made later. That one was garbage. The original from '84 is brilliant.
Yeah, I guess if Purple Rain can be, Straight Outta Compton can be. Yeah, sure.
All right.
But the thing is, you guys said Purple Rain, and I do like it. And I kind of like watching it because, of course, living in Minnesota, that's where it was taped. And just seeing First Ave and what was there and what's now there, definitely a big, just mind blowing. It's like, oh, First Ave's still here,
Wow.
but that's new, you know. So stuff like
Mhm.
that. So
I just love the last scene of that where he's just singing at this concert.
Mhm.
That guy in the Tigers hat is, moving. He's agreeing with the music or whatever.
Yeah,
yeah,
The whole
singing
the actual Purple Rain song, like not even the first 3 minute and 40 seconds of it. Like you hear that all the time on the radio, but when you hear the guitar solo and then the oohs and ahs at the end, that's the part I like of that song. I don't like the first parts. It's just funny how that goes.
yeah.
All right, we'll end the show here with some TV show trivia. So I'll let y'all get your
Ooh.
heads right in this. All right, let's start off with Christy.
Okay.
So remember, TV show, and this
Okay.
is multiple choice.
Oh,
All right,
boy.
so 4 aliens come to survey life on Earth. 4 aliens. The problem is they're trying to be normal. What TV show is it? Alf, Cheers, Spaceballs, or Third Rock from the Sun?
Oh.
Third Rock from the Sun.
Yep, that's it.
I watched a couple of episodes. It was pretty funny.
I found it, I think, on
I think it might be on Peacock.
IFC.
Because I remember it used to be on NBC.
Yeah, I think
That's
it was
what,
IFC.
That's what. Oh God, what the heck's his name?
John Lithgow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was also the preacher in Footloose. I remember that.
Nope.
Okay, Brandon, I'll start with you. An architect begins a long story to his children, spanning many years, chronicling his love life and friends. Is it A, The King of Queens, B, My Wife and Kids, C, According to Jim, or D, How I Met Your Mother?
Wow. What was the clue, or what's the story based?
So, an architect begins a long story to his children, spanning many years, chronicling his love life, and his friends. And
I
it's
know this.
King of Queens, My Wife and Kids, According to Jim, or How I Met Your Mother.
Well, I didn't see the show that much, so I'm going because I've seen the other ones, and that doesn't sound right. And I'm going to be mad if I pick the shows out of the 3, pick the one that it's going to be one I've seen a lot. But I'm going to say How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, that's it. You
Yeah.
got it. All right, Chris. A show about the lives of students and doctors at a teaching hospital. Is it The Jeffersons, Scrubs, Home Improvement, or Get Smart?
Scrubs.
Yeah, that was simple.
It's too easy.
All right, Randy. A group of locals meet and drink at a bar where everybody knows their names. Is it Cheers, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Cosby Show, or Friends?
Cheers.
Yeah, that was easy.
That was way too easy.
No,
Way
these
too
are fun.
me.
You know, speaking of that too, speaking of Cheers, and you actually have friends out there. We forgot to say Matthew Perry too about people that passed on.
Oh,
this past
Yeah.
year.
oh, yeah. I forgot.
I did cover it last week, so
You did? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I was watching last week. He did that.
It was just crazy about that. Yeah. All right.
No,
Chrissy, we'll go back to you. A mockumentary about people working in office. Is it Get Smart, The Partridge Family, The Office, or The Jeffersons?
I'll never forgive my brother-in-law for playing this when I went visit in Texas, but it's The Office.
Yeah. I
He had a DVD set, so
That's how I watched it. I start, on Facebook. I think I saw like some minutes video of just Jim and Pam, and I was thinking, you know what? Maybe I should watch this. Everybody keeps talking
Yeah.
about it, and that was the time when it just it really took off on Netflix.
Mhm.
But I had the
It
DVD,
did.
so I didn't have to pay for none. But I've only watched it through once,
okay.
and I remember most of it. So it's like,
Mhm.
yeah, I don't need to watch it again, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, Brandon, a very old sitcom starting in 1951. It's about a woman in a married life who tries to be in show business despite not having talents that are marketable. Is it I Love Lucy? Is it Happy Days, Andy Griffin Show, or The Goldbergs?
Oh. Huh, now you threw it out there. Well, it's not the middle two.
No.
Actors. I'll go with I Love Lucy.
Yeah, you got it. All right,
Lucy, I'm home.
Chris. All right, so a sports reporter desperately tries to endure his family while making life as funny as possible. What show is it? Frasier, Everybody Loves Raymond, The Drew Carey Show, or Still Standing?
Can you repeat it one more time?
Yeah, so a sports reporter tries to live with his family and all the madness that happens while making life as funny as possible. Is it Frasier, Everybody Loves Raymond, Drew Carey Show, or Still Standing?
I'm going to say Frasier.
No, it's Everybody Loves Raymond. People, I haven't watched much of it, but for some reason I remember him as
I
a
didn't know the premise of it.
yeah. I don't think it really shows him like actually at games too much, from what I remember.
That's what I mean. So I thought
Yeah.
Frasier, but
Never really
All right.
watched it either.
Me neither. Randy, will go out with this: a sitcom about a medical base during the Korean War. The perfect place for humor, isn't it? Is it Bonanza, Blackadder, MASH, or Gunsmoke?
MASH.
Yeah, that's it.
Wouldn't
Watched
be a
it.
Western show. Guaranteed that.
Nope.
Yeah, definitely. All right, we'll go around. We'll have our final thoughts, and we'll get out of here. Great show, seeing everybody here. You know, come on back every Friday, you two, if you have anything. You know, with the writer's strike, we're all trying to grab on to maybe something that, you know, past shows and movies. That's all we have right now if we're not watching something new. Or we could be retro
Yeah.
and, you know, just go back and watch what we like or what we heard of. That's what I do.
Pure nostalgia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Definitely the nostalgia. Definitely.
It's just amazing to me. I find stuff that I wasn't even around for, but I will watch. It's amazing how
Yeah.
that is. All right, Chris Wilson, what's your final thoughts about tonight's show?
Well, this was a good show, and you know, I hope I get invited to come back and do this more often, and you know, can't wait for more.
All right, Big B, and thank you for your movie review of the Iron Claw.
Iron Claw.
I almost said the other one. What's your final thoughts?
My final thoughts are, you know, I like being on as much as possible. Definitely, this is definitely a good twist on not talking sports, but Saturday morning tailgate, myself, I should be on. I am off that day, so unless I get stuck at work tomorrow, I should be on. I'll talk to you guys and see what we got on the cover because there ain't much going on for football itself besides the last week. But you'll see me again Wednesday for sure with Rankum with Tim, and I don't know what we're going to talk about yet, but we'll do some good stuff. I know we're getting down there on states, so we can't do any more. We got like I think 5 weird laws for states yet to do, but outside of that, we always come up with some good topics. So check us out Tuesday or Wednesday mornings, most likely. So.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that before I passed out. There's certain laws that happened or that are in certain states, like in Utah and Oklahoma.
Oh boy.
Those were wild. Crispy Bacon, I'll give you a final thought.
yeah, so thanks everyone for watching, tuning in. So we're having a morning tailgate Saturday, or is it Sunday?
We'll
Baby?
do it Sunday. We can do it Sunday morning tailgate.
No, I'm just making sure. But yeah, playoff push is coming, and we'll see how everybody finishes out in the season.
Definitely. Randy, what's your final thoughts?
Just, I mean, thank you for everybody for watching, and you know, also watch for Between the Ropes on Tuesday night. Other than that, that's all I got. I hope everybody has a good night.
All right. Well, thank you for everybody watching Entertainment Hour that did. Comment in definitely. Watch all the other programs here in Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. We got some new stuff, of course, coming with Roundtable. Hopefully, some more shows, more ideas. And if you have any out there, let us know. Make sure to follow the network wherever you may be, and take us on the road with you. If you're on the road, watch this. Whenever you can. Yeah, watch it whenever you can. On YouTube here, then on Facebook as well. The live shows, make sure you get the notifications so you can come in and just enjoy it and comment. All right, folks, thank you for watching. I think the 8th episode of Entertainment Network or the 7th?
I lost track.
Yeah,
Me too.
That's a good thing though. We haven't been canceled yet.
Nope, we haven't.
All right, folks. Later.